Ben's here right now. He's gonna get us started real quick because they're starting and Josh is
We
late.
have a third voice in there for
Okay.
Yeah.
I just activated the stream for this first round. This guy wasn't sure. So.
Okay, so it's already up?
Yep, it's up
So
and
we're
running.
broadcasting at this point?
You are, so everybody
okay.
can hear you.
Okay, alright.
I'm not sure about close. You can leave this open if you want, if it helps or not. But.
It doesn't really matter. Actually, in all honesty, it's easier to close it because they are so loud.
That's true.
Thank you.
Alright.
Good morning, everybody. We are back at GYFO for the final rounds of the top 8 for regionals.
For 2016. Surprise, I actually came back for the first round for a little bit. And we actually have a little guest in here. My son, Siren, is in here with us. So
He's 2 today, as a matter of fact.
Yes,
Today is
actually,
his birthday, isn't it?
he is celebrating his birthday today, so he's 2 today. Also, want to go ahead and tell you Happy Mother's Day, since it
thank
is
you.
Mother's Day.
Thank you very much.
Fortunately, his mommy is working, so that's why he's here with us today.
She's not having a very happy Mommy's Day.
All right, so real quickly, we have Jimmy Kelly and Travis Cooper going up for the first round on here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we saw both of these squads play yesterday.
Yes, we did.
So that is...
Oh, he's got it. Jimmy Kelly and Travis Cooper right there. Yeah,
No, I'm trying
Jimmy
to move
is
the
flying.
dice cam.
Jimmy is flying his Palpless yen with the Lambda carrying Palpatine, the Inquisitor, and the Interceptor, I believe.
He is. He's flying Soontir,
Center, the Inquisitor, and
an Omicron pilot with Palpatine.
Omicron, yeah. And so he's flying the same list as yesterday. And then we have Travis, who's flying once again his TIE Swarm,
Which has Hal Runner, 2 Omega Squadron TIE FOs, and then I believe it's 3 Black Squadron pilots,
I think so,
if
yes.
I remember correctly.
I think so.
And all with crack
with
shot.
crack shot. Yep, all with crack shot. So, and we saw yesterday, I believe we saw Travis on camera obliterate John Frank with the 4Bs and the Zine. And then Jimmy Kelly was on the camera yesterday as our last match against Reed Hanson. And he actually managed to eke out that win by the skin of his teeth with his Inquisitor. So this should prove to be a very interesting match. I'd like to see how this Palpatine list goes up against a Swarm. I don't think I've seen that yet.
I have not seen that yet either, and the more interesting thing to me is actually seeing that as of last night, we got the results. Jim Kelly was actually the top seed.
Yes, he was.
He's number 1.
Yes, he was. He currently undefeated.
And I think Travis Cooper, if I remember correctly, was sitting right at number 8. So
I
we've
believe
got
so.
number 1 and number 8 going against each other right now for the first round. So as we can see, they're still setting up. Travis looks like he's doing that exact same setup for his TIE fighters.
Well, it's a good setup. It worked last time.
It really did. It worked out really well. Are you not going to say a thing today, Siren?
Nope.
No, he might throw in his occasional no.
It's my birthday, Daddy. Leave me alone.
It's his birthday and he's wearing candy shirt.
He is. He looks adorable. It's all about the juice right now.
Yep.
But later on, we will be having Josh Newell in here. If you all remember from yesterday, Josh Newell is the person who completely obliterated my husband, Demian Watson. He will be in here commentating today, as Ben will not be able to stay.
And really, I actually have a Carlos Ramirez, former regional champion, standing behind me dancing very erotically, I guess you would say that was.
Really?
I don't know. I wouldn't call it erotic.
All I know is I turn around and
I
see a certain portion of his body gyrating towards my head. That does not work very well.
It's called twerking. God.
Oh my God.
Listen, all the young kids are doing it.
All the young
No,
kids
they are not. The young kid is
Wait,
sitting
you're
in the
not
stroller.
a young kid anymore?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think I'm old enough to start being like, oh, you whippersnappers.
How old are you?
Not very old.
Yeah, I didn't
I was
think
about to
so.
say, he's 27, correct?
29.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No,
So-
you're still older than Jess, so you're fine.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so Carlos, real quickly, since you popped in here, what do you think of this matchup, Jim Kelly versus Travis right now? The TIE Swarm versus a
Palpless.
Those crack shots are going to be pretty mean. If he can catch one of those aces and just crack down on his Vade dice, that's going to be pretty tough to come back from. But he's got some mark dodgers there. I think, what am I looking at? Omega Leader and Inquisitor. So those are your closers there. I think if he could take out maybe 2 or 3 TIE fighters before...
Oh, that's right. We were wrong.
That's
They
right, he
stole
has
with
a-
Omega Leader.
Yeah, Omega
And the
Leader,
Inquisitor,
Wampa,
and
and
Wampa.
the Inquisitor.
That is right.
So I think the strategy here for at least Jimmy Kelly would be to take out maybe 2 or 3 of those TIE fighters.
Well, one of those TIE fighters is Hell Runner.
Yeah, obviously that gives the swarm its power, but I think Jimmy might want to prioritize killing things before they shoot. No dice coming at you.
Agreed.
Maybe a ship that goes out of the board before he even gets to use crack shot is a pretty big deal.
Well, right now it seems like he is setting up his ships completely differently than he did yesterday against
Jimmy is definitely setting up differently than he did against Reed.
Which I think is a better strategy in my opinion because the way, although he did still win against Reed, but he still lost most of his ships yesterday.
I think it's definitely dependent on matchup. How you set up. I mean, you want you got 2 arc dodgers, so you want to maybe flank with at least one of them.
Okay, that would make sense. Yeah.
Omega Leader is the closer here. I think that on a one-on-one matchup, Omega Leader will pretty much always win because of its ability. You got him target lock those dice, and everybody knows when you just throw dice without being able to do anything to them. They can bite you back real fast.
Oh, yes, they can.
And with Juke, to just basically have one less evade die roll, that's essentially what it does.
That is a very good point.
It can hurt you pretty quickly.
All right.
Hey, Josh.
Well, look at that. Josh Newell jumps in just in time. So, you know what? Now I'm going to get out of here with the kids so you guys can have a little bit more fun.
All right. Thank you, Ben.
No problem.
Very much for the help. We appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad to just step in to get you started.
Bye, Sisa. You have a good birthday, kiddo. Okay.
All right. Josh now has my chair. Excuse me, Josh.
I do want.
Squeak out of here.
Squeaky deaky.
All right, so what we are going to do is same thing as yesterday. Today they're not doing the 10-minute breaks in between each match, so we might take a little bit longer to get back to the stream. However, they are still timing the rounds, of course. The only one that will not be timed is the final matchup. That's usually the way it works. So I have my timer ready to go, so as soon as they say start, we'll be able to get started here. Don't close that door all the way, sweetheart.
So that we can hear them.
Yeah, we got to hear when they say start so we can set our timer to theirs so I can give the audience an update on where they're at in the match. How are you this morning, Josh?
I'm great.
That's good. Did you get enough sleep?
No,
Neither
never.
did I. Well, you guys have the newborn too, so
Yeah, we have a less than 2-month-old. Whose name is Christoph, and he's awesome.
He's absolutely adorable.
And he's with Grandma right now, so...
Yeah, he's absolutely adorable. He looks just like his daddy.
It looks like they started.
Are they beginning? Oh, yep, they started. So what we're going to do is we're going to set our timer. All right, get that door closed. Okay, so Carlos Ramirez was in here earlier, and he was discussing strategy, and he was saying that this is a palp list with Omega Leader, Wampa, the Inquisitor, and of course the Lambda, and then Travis is flying his 5 TIE Swarm with Howlrunner. Travis flew the Swarm against John Frank yesterday, and John Frank did put up a good fight. He took out a couple of Travis's TIEs, but in the end he was taken down. Carlos was saying that Omega Leader probably is going to play a big role in this. If he doesn't, he isn't targeted by Travis.
Of course.
Even
if Travis does target him, Omega Leader is still firing first, and maybe Simo with Howlrunner at worst. And really the devastating thing about Travis's list is that every single one of his ships have crack shot.
Yep.
Against single agility ships, that's deadly. Fortunately for Jim here, he doesn't have any single agility ships.
No, he does not. However, it was devastating to poor John Frank.
Yeah, with 4 B-Wings, I could understand how that could be a little demoralizing.
It was kind of painful to watch. But still, I think if if Travis sticks to the strategy that he used yesterday in the targeting of all of his ships on one ship and being able to take them out one by one, I think that, especially with Omega Leader and Wampa only having 3 hull, he has a decent chance of taking them down first.
Oh, yeah.
Now, yesterday when Jimmy flew this list against Reed Hanson in the last match, because Jimmy is our current undefeated player right now.
He was our first seed, and Travis was our 8th seed.
Right.
So, yep.
He still was able to evade everything that Reed was trying to throw at him with that one Inquisitor that he had left.
Right.
And turned out to be able to win the game. He only won by 7 points, but he was still able to win. So, I mean, he's really good with that interceptor, but both of these guys are really good flyers.
Absolutely.
So we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
I'm not sure if you guys done the rundown on Travis's competitive record of the latter years already. Probably yesterday you guys covered that.
We covered his competitiveness as far as in relation to Carlos, because I think that's all been really new. But if you know more, more than happy.
I believe, don't quote me on this, please, that Travis here has won at least 5 to 6 store championships, and I believe has won 2 regionals in his career, maybe more. And he actually placed 16th or 15th in Worlds.
Oh wow! No, I did not know that.
So
I didn't know he had gone to Worlds.
he's done very well with his X-Wing career. And he was running Dash Corn for 3 years.
Yep.
But
he started running the Hal Runner list at our store championship a couple months ago, and from what I can see, the way he flies this swarm so on point. He's been running in since. He's been practicing a lot with this list. It's the best swarm flying I've seen.
I'm interested to see when it comes up to the point of when Travis's swarm comes into range 1 of the enemy swarm, how he will decide to break up his formation, if he will kind of forego a lot of squadron flyers sometimes forego I'm going to run over a rock or something like that. As long as they can shoot, it's fine, and as long as they stay in formation, it's fine.
Right. I didn't see a lot of that yesterday, but again, this is a very different list from the one John Frank flew. So
this is true.
Yeah, I want to know how he's going to react to this.
It's possible with all the aces that Jim is bringing. Maybe Travis needs to pull out some some out of the box thinking stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
I'm curious if he's going to go straight for the Palp shuttle.
That's what I'm wondering myself.
They're perfectly vectored to do that.
Yes.
But at the same time, I think Jim is I have it out there just in case. Of course, he's probably going to stop with it on this turn, so it stands still. And next turn, that he can just go 1 forward and do
Yesterday,
that.
he was actually fairly aggressive.
Was he aggressive with the shuttle?
Yeah, Reed was flying 3 jump masters, and the way Reed had set them up, Jimmy had kind of mirrored his setup with his own ships, and he was very aggressive with the Lambda, and the Lambda was in there, it was in the fight and everything. So I'm wondering if maybe because of Travis's swarm, he'll be a little more conservative and keep him back this time.
Yeah, especially because the Lambda shuttle can actually be a pretty good blocker to the triple U-boat list.
Yeah, I can.
So that's probably why he was pretty aggressive with the shuttle there.
Yeah.
In this particular matchup, you got, I think, 5 ties that are going before the shuttle. So I'm not sure if you can afford to be as aggressive with the shuttle.
Very true, very true. It could get his shuttle killed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he could be.
It all
I'm
depends
gonna
on-
just go ahead and put him in, and he's gone. There goes my shuttle.
It kind of depends on if how fast Travis can get into that range 1 with his swarm.
Mm-hmm.
And if Jimmy does, if we see Jimmy take a 0 this next turn, I think he's gonna be more of that slow playing kind of thing. And
Yeah.
as you can see, that is the only dial that Jim does not have down right now.
Yep.
So
yep.
he's contemplating it himself. Does he go aggressive or
Or does he hold back?
Does he hold back?
Also, I'd like to point out today that we do not have the same chat access that we had yesterday. So if you are in the chat and we do not respond to you, I apologize. We currently don't have a chat set up to be able to follow what you all are saying.
But we appreciate you nonetheless.
Yes, we do, and we'll try to keep you as updated and try not to put you to sleep as much as possible. It looks like he's figured out what he's gonna do.
Shuttle's moving forward, not aggressive. I mean, it doesn't have to move fast, and fast is not a word that goes along with the shuttle at all.
Not really, no.
But he has decided to take a non-passive approach with a shuttle.
Which I find very interesting.
Let's see. We're still going straight with the swarm.
Yeah, we are.
I was thinking maybe he was gonna take a soft 3 and cut it all into the into attack formation right now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe he's trying to maneuver himself to get in behind the shuttle.
Yeah, and once you get behind a shuttle, there's no way that you can stop it.
There's nothing you can do. The shuttle does not have a K turn, and it is fairly limited in its maneuverability. But I'm thinking that's what he's trying to do here, is get in behind that shuttle, which isn't necessarily a bad move.
So let me revise the statement that I said earlier. I said that the ties would go first, and obviously we saw the shuttle go first, and that's actually because all of Travis's ties are the generic TIE Fighter 4 skills that have the elite pilot skill slot, or pilot talent slot, so that they can take the crack shot. So it's actually very viable for Jim to use it as a blocker. Except
for Hell Runner.
Of course, Hell Runner, yes.
Yeah, Hell Runner,
I mean,
she's a higher pilot skill, but still, all he has to do is keep Hell Runner within 1. And
Hell Runner's more in this list for her ability of supporting swarms than as an actual ace.
Oh yeah, most definitely. As a matter of fact, yesterday in his match against John Frank, I believe John Frank took Hell Runner out first, which from my understanding is your best strategy when dealing with a TIE swarm of this nature.
Absolutely. If you can shut down the passive support that Hell Runner is handing out throughout the entire list, is very good.
Yeah, that's
now
very helpful.
You have to take that with a pinch of salt. Obviously, Travis has Hell Runner all the way on the far edge of the table.
Yep.
So you literally have to go through 5 TIE fighters in order to get to Hell Runner.
Unless, of course, you don't mind making, a range 3 shot and giving him the extra dice to defend himself.
Range 3 or just don't mind trading a few shots. So Omega Leader moved up. It looked like he kind of blocked his barrel rolling forward with the shuttle and obviously the rock that's right there. But it's still a very nice attack vector for the next turn. Maybe that's what Travis was banking on right now. Really only having the shuttle and arc to attack with. So it's only one attack, and he has evade on all of his ships, so he feels pretty safe about that. And the only other ship besides the shuttle that could have been in arc was Wampa, and Wampa looks way out of range right now, as Omega Leader and the Inquisitor is coming around the mountain when they come.
Yep. It looks like he's might be baiting Travis with that Lambda.
The two back aces, the 2 8s that he has, are in perfect line-up position for him to say, "Oh,
He wants
long
take
range."
A shot. Yeah. Well, I have heard that if you can take a shot, take it.
Oh yeah.
No matter what the range or whatnot, because you never know. Your dice could be really awesome, and their dice could be really crappy, and you might actually blow up a ship.
Absolutely.
So if you think you might be in range, always check. If you
Always
can't take that
measure it.
shot, do it. And now we have dice rolls. And what do we got? That looks like a hit and a blank, I think.
A focus and a blank.
A focus and a blank, alright.
Which he does have the focus, and he's also going to pelt the blank into a crit.
Yep, so we're looking at I don't think he spent the focus.
He's not spending the focus primarily because
defense.
Dodge dice don't matter for this. This is Wampa. So basically, he can cancel his crit results.
And give him that
give
one
him a
damage.
damage.
Yep, give him that one damage. Oh no! My phone is dying. I'm gonna plug
Which
this in.
looks like what he's doing. I'm not sure why he didn't just pout the crit and then get the focus as well.
I don't know.
But hey, that there is still 1 damage that's on that shuttle there, or on that one fighter.
Yep. And looks like we have another shot coming out. And I can
This
see
is a shuttle
one damage.
here. It looks like we got hit and crit, most likely on the same ship here.
Looks like we have an eyeball and an evade.
An evade and 2 blanks, spending
2
the
blanks.
token there to evade the shot, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, 2 damage. You don't want a TIE fighter limping out there with 1 hull.
Fun fact, Wampa's ability does go through shields. So
Yes,
he
it does.
fired at the FO, who still has a shield on him, but he has that damage card on his hull.
Yep. It does not matter if you have shields or not, which is a great way to take out a ship with low hull.
Absolutely. A-Wings, Phantoms, those are very susceptible to Wampa attacks.
Yes, they are.
And since Wampa doesn't actually need to attack, really he doesn't give the defender an opportunity to defend against his attack, is more what I was trying to say. Those high agility ships, it doesn't matter.
Nope, because if you have a low hull, he can still blow you up and just completely bypass your shields. It's a pretty scary pilot, in my opinion. So it looks like we're back to dials. Had a little bit of firepower back and forth there.
Omega Leader being the first dial down for Jimmy, probably because it's going to be going to soft 3 or soft 2 to the it's right going towards the shuttle. And he's taking the opportunity to do his 2 easy maneuvers first, the far back ones, getting ready for the bait shot when inevitably Travis turns in and makes his aggressive move against this Palp Ace-ish build.
What's up, Holly?
One of our matches, we just had someone accidentally fly their shuttle off the table first turn.
Oh my goodness.
Full health.
On the first turn.
On the first turn, so
wow.
ended up conceding the match.
And who was that?
That was Adam Noje
versus
Scott Morgan. So Scott Morgan advances.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Wow, that's got to be nerves.
I mean,
it got to be nerves.
It had to be because Adam had a super high MOV. He tabled all of his opponents yesterday, but the one he lost to yesterday, he lost because he didn't follow his gut and call a TO over, and he made the wrong rules call and let somebody use focus tokens against Omega Leader.
Oh.
Yep.
And he would have tabled that guy too.
Yeah.
I had him pegged to win the whole tournament.
Wow. Oh my god.
But he's happy. His girlfriend's 7.5 months pregnant.
Oh,
so
awesome.
he gets to go home and help her celebrate
Yeah.
Mother's Day.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
great. Yeah.
And I think they all just wanted the
Congratulations
dice.
to them. Yeah. Pretty
I think they all have the dice and they're fine. They're just
They're
like,
like,
all right.
yeah, we got dice, we're good.
Yep.
Yeah. Although Jimmy doesn't seem to need that more dice. He's got
He's got a ton. I keep making fun of him for it.
Pile of dice over there.
Then we have
You don't see it on
eBay tokens
camera,
still in a
but-
bag and acrylic target locks.
It doesn't seem like Jimmy's a prize collector though, because he's still using the core set cardboard maneuver templates.
Well, they do. Some places tell them that those because those are FFG.
Yeah.
That is what you have to use if you're doing Store Championships, regionals, that type of thing.
And technically, it's just you have to, if you're using third party, you have to use FFG license if you're requested of it, or you have to let people use your non-FFG ones.
Normally up to the TOs and
Yeah.
So we have no
kind of
problem with it.
Yeah.
But this would be an interesting top 8 today.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We've got 3 U-boat lists. A bunch of jump
3
masters.
boatlets. Yeah.
Bunch of jump masters up there. We've got
Wow.
a pairing right now that's jump master versus jump master.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's fun. And then we have obviously one Palpless gone, and we have a Palpless here.
Yeah.
Do we have another 1 or 2 in our top 8?
I
or-
think so. Yeah. I think Kyle Eggers might be flying a Palpless.
Okay.
I'm not. I can't remember.
I think
He's not flying jump master.
I think Travis
Reed is flying jump master.
Yeah, Reed's flying jump master. I think Travis is the only swarm that we have at this point.
He is. Yes.
Yeah.
And he placed second in our store championship with the same swarm.
Yep,
So
yep.
he's been doing good, and he did really well at Crucible with the same swarm.
Yeah.
So he's basically cleaning up with that swarm.
Yeah. Well, he usually
he's running the same dedication as he did with the
corn
corn
dash.
dash build.
Yeah.
He's stuck with a build. He's found out there's a few tweaks that he wants to do, but it's more with strategy rather than actual squad building.
Yeah. Well, I mean, any list that you make can win.
Absolutely.
It's just a matter of how you fly it, and a lot of it has to do with your dice too.
And I think people get nervous when they see a swarm.
Oh yeah, I know they do.
Especially
I've
a tie
watched
swarm, because people are like, tie swarms can't do anything. So you see a tie swarm in the top, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, I have watched people literally just lose their entire strategy. I watched the whole thing go across their face as soon as they see their opponent is flying a swarm, and it totally psychs them out.
Yeah.
Which is very helpful to you if you're flying the swarm.
And Travis gets in your head because you can't read him.
No, you can't. You can't. Right now, he's still having a hard time figuring out.
Is he having a hard
he wants
time
them all to
deciding
go.
whether what that ship's maneuver is?
It could be. He could be trying to figure out where it's going to go to see where he wants to go. I'm telling you, I really think that Jimmy is trying to bait him with that lambda.
Still going soft 1. That shuttle's not stopping.
Jimmy's a little nervous, he did say, because he blew his lambda up last time he was on.
Yeah,
camera.
he landed on a he got a crit that if you bump another ship or you land on an obstacle, you take a damage.
That would be a bad critical for...
And he had 1 hull left. He landed on that asteroid, and that was the end of the lambda.
So Travis is actually going to be breaking up his formation here, doing the senior loops with the FOs.
Yep.
And
not sure.
then probably doing hard 1s
With
or
the
hard
other-
2s with the
other 4.
Black Squadron pilots.
Rebels that made the cut. Did we have any?
To my knowledge, no.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so
No, I think it's all Imperial.
Was
and
it
Scum.
4 and 4? Or was it 5 scum and 3
I think it was 5
imps?
scum and 3 no, I think it was
It could be 4 and 4.
I don't think so. I think it's 3 scum and 5
5
Imperial. I think so. I'm not 100% sure. I've probably just left, so I can't ask.
Right, of course.
But I mean, I can find out
Easy
at the end of
enough.
this match. Yeah, I can ask. I don't have the listings today, the copies of their lists like I did yesterday, because we only have a few matches today. It's only going to be 3 matches. So
Yep, only 3 rounds. So Travis is doing something that good Swarm players do, which is opening up their firing arcs. You see that he did the K with the first most TIE fighter, and then of course the senior loop with the FO. And it creates this nice little firing arc.
cover as much ground as possible.
Exactly, especially against these aces who can arc dodge out of that many ships.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And guess what, guys? I have the chat, so we can talk
excellent.
to you now. K-Dub Wadsworth. Who's son of Chuck Norris? Is that a dude that we have in our chat? We have the son of Chuck Norris in our chat? That's pretty awesome.
That's a great name. Alright, so yeah, he's still figuring, still.
So I think Jimmy
Taking
was
his turn.
hoping that that Travis may be doing like hard threes into the shuttle, try and get that range 1. But if there's anything Travis is,
He's not
he
predictable.
is patient.
Yeah, he's not predictable either. You really have a hard time figuring out what it is that he's trying to do.
This is the top 8. This is the 1st and 8th
Yeah.
seed from the Swiss round.
Yep. And as was just announced, we just had somebody concede because he flew his Lambda off the board.
On the first turn
On
at
the
full
first
health.
turn. Yeah, that is so
Which is
sad.
worse than what I have done at a gigantic tournament. I've flown Boba Fett off of the board on the second turn. So I made a questionable maneuver towards the board edge, and then when I went to do the rectifying maneuver to save him from not going through the board edge,
It
ended up
didn't
not working.
quite work very well. I've flown Cass Scarlet off the board.
So Omega
in
Leader's getting a target lock now.
A tournament championship at Dogs and or store championship. It was pretty awful. I thought I had more space at the edge of the board than I did, and it just right off
It's
the board.
deceptively small, you know?
It is.
So Wampa bumped into the shuttle, possibly purposefully, so that he could have a nice arc on the ship, so he could take that larger maneuver, like the soft 2 it looked like.
Right.
But bump into the shuttle so that he can have a nice arc on the ships that he wants to shoot at. An Omega Leader taking the target lock on one of the black squadron pilots up there, so that he can do his thing of saying, "You can't modify dice against me."
Right.
Inquisitor pushing the limit after boosting to get a dodge when he target locks. And fun part about the Inquisitor is, even though he's firing at range 3, it doesn't matter because
He's always firing at range 1.
it's going to be range 1.
Yep.
So How Runner has the first shot. It looks like he's Travis is contemplating. Looks like he's taking the shot, most likely on Wampa.
Well, that would make a lot
my,
of sense.
That would be my guess.
That would make a lot of sense. Is that an
That's
eyeball?
a focus and a dodge. He
Yeah.
does have the focus result.
Okay.
But it looks like he's opting to not modify it at all. Primarily because How Runner is still a priority here.
Yeah.
And
And that
with
Lambda
the
is
shuttle,
sitting right there.
Absolutely. The shuttle's in... Oh, nope. He is spending
Yep.
it.
He is going to spend it. Okay. And then
Oh, he's firing at the shuttle,
he's
actually.
firing at the shuttle.
And
yeah.
the shuttle
and
did take
took
the shield.
the damage. Yep.
Okay, not terrible there.
I don't know if he could have. I don't know if he could make it to Wampa. I think he was aiming for him, but
It's possible that because it was going to be range 3, he didn't care too much.
See, all right, so we got a reroll, and it looks like we're looking at
We got 2 hits
two
going
hits, and looks like an evade.
An evaded focus and a
And
blank, but
yeah,
spending the
blank.
focus to keep the ship from no damage.
Yep, yep.
Of course, that was the Inquisitor from long range.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to the Omega Leader. Seeing if he has arc on him. Indeed he does. Firing 2 dice. It's a hit and a crit. I saw it roll onto the board. Nothing to fix.
Oh no, he totally blanked out there.
Total whiff on the Black Squadron. It does keep him alive unless it's a direct hit.
I can't tell.
Travis, what was that?
Stun pilot. Okay. Looks like he got a stun pilot. All right. Okay, that's not too bad. I think the stun pilot is the one that you can't do 1 maneuvers. No, or is that the one? No, blinded pilot is the one where you can't shoot next round.
I'm actually fairly certain it's the possibly the one that if he goes over things.
Oh, if he overlaps, he takes
overlaps
a
the
damage.
ship.
Okay, yeah, that's
or an
possible.
obstacle, he takes an automatic point of damage.
That's not good. Especially when
Especially with the shuttle
bumping.
literally right there.
Well, he was also bumping his own ships to keep himself from going too far. You know, and we got 2
focus.
hits. Oh, 2 focus. Okay. Is he going to spend the focus to make that 2 hits or not? I believe he's debating that right now.
I unfortunately did not see which ship this was. I'm assuming it's one of the 2 that do have focus, or else he wouldn't be debating this.
Agreed. He's going to.
So
he's trying. I believe he's trying to attack Omega at this point.
Wampa, natural 2 hits.
Yeah. And
See a focus.
See, I did not catch what that was. And he crack shot it.
Crack shotting for 2 damage.
For 2 damage, yep.
Looks like he may have gotten 1 evasion result, so he would have only taken 1 point of damage, but crack shotting it to make sure that
Make sure he takes that
you
second
take
point
that
of damage.
whole value right there.
Yep.
Checking the range 2 from that ship over there, it does look like range 3. So do you want to fire at the shuttle at range 2 or Wampa at range 3? I think you take that range 3 shot personally.
I think he's going for Wampa.
With blanking out, How Rudder re-rolling
Rerolling and
into a focus, which he's going to spend it to get a crit, or a hit, excuse me.
Yep. Now let's see.
Oh, he's decided to go against the shuttle.
Looks like
Yeah.
that's a focus result.
A focus result,
Yep.
which it does have. I believe Palpatine is also still active, but he's decided to just use the focus for the defensive role. Looking at his shields, which I believe he has 3 left. Not quite at half health yet.
No, he's still got 3 shields, 5 hull. He's got a little ways. It won't do too. It won't hurt him too bad to take that 1 shield as opposed to
Absolutely.
wasting his PAL.
Unfortunately for Jim as well, a lot of Travis's ships are not within that deadly range 1 that they need to be in order to do a world of hurt.
Yeah, I think Travis was still going conservative. I'm pretty sure he still wasn't sure exactly what that Lambda was going to do.
Spending a focus to get 2 hits, most likely on Wampa.
Yep, on Wampa, and I cannot. I
Is a focus and a focus, a dodge, and 2 blanks with Palpatine used up. Wampa goes down. I'm fairly certain Wampa's going down here.
And it looks like 2 hits. Looks like it was on the shuttle.
Hit and crit onto the shuttle. Yep.
Shuttle takes 2 damage.
Oh, okay. So Wampa is actually a pilot skill 4 ship, which is why he's still on the board right now, because all of Travis's ships are 4
and
pilot
so he
skills.
has the chance to fire
So
back
he-
before he gets
Exactly.
moved off the board. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. We had
Which
that happen a couple times.
Most
yesterday,
likely,
too.
what's going on here is
He think he's gonna try. He's gonna try and make that shot on Howrunner.
No, I've been saying off and on whether Palpatine is active or not. This will ensure that Palpatine is actually active. He's just going to cancel his
Yep. And
crit result to shuttle it right through to FO's
and that's
shields.
exactly what he did. That is exactly what he did. And now I believe...
Right, firing range 1 at this forward TIE fighter with 3 hits, with nothing to help it, kills that TIE fighter.
Oh, wow. Travis is 1 down already.
Or was it the... Okay, it was already pretty much limping
Yeah,
TIE
it
fighter
was limping
regardless.
along.
But, and it already used its crack shot, so still not a bad loss for Travis. He got to do his trade. He got to trigger his crack shot.
He still
so
has
he
5
used
ships
his cards.
left. Yeah, he still has 5 ships left with 5 crack shots. So
And he also traded Wampa.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Which, in my opinion, is a win.
Yes,
at
that is
point.
definitely an advantage Travis right now.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too. So now we have to figure out where that shuttle's gonna go and where Travis is gonna go.
So the shuttle probably is not stopping this turn, because if it does, Travis could just go a 2 forward and get into that deadly range 1 that could kill that Palp shuttle.
Yes,
and with only 1 or 2 shields, 2 shields left on the shuttle, it's gonna take a lot of damage, and you really don't want to use Palpatine on defense rolls on a shuttle.
No, not
You want to
really.
use that to keep your aces alive.
Yes, that's true. Not to mention, also, you don't really want to have to field. The shuttle has what? 1 agility?
1 agility.
You don't want to have to field 5 separate hits with that 1 agility and just watch your shuttle get whittled away.
Absolutely.
That's very frustrating too.
I'm curious to see if Travis here, with that 1 TIE fighter that did the K turn last turn, if it's going to opt to stay in formation, do a hard 1, or will he try and clear that stress?
That's a good question.
Now the FO probably is just going to do a soft 2 to clear the stress and still stay in relative formation. But Travis is a tricky dude, and I generally try to call his maneuvers, and I never can.
Yeah, we have a couple of players like that. I don't know.
So we have one of Travis's TIE fighter set dead and is
Seems
dead,
to be set.
and an FO that is
Damaged. Looks
damaged
like it, yep.
with 1 hull and 1 shield left. It's weird to have that shield still there.
Yeah,
but
it is.
It's still there.
It is, but he doesn't have to worry about that anymore because he just took
Yep, Wampa just
off the board.
said goodbye, see you later.
Yep. So, or is that Omega that does that? Has that ability?
no, that
no,
was
that's
Wampa.
Wampa. Okay, so yeah, he no longer has to worry about that because Wampa is now off the board. So it will be very interesting to see where he goes. Sorry if we don't sound ridiculously enthused.
Oh, yeah,
It was
I
a
mean-
very long night.
We were here until
We are
10:30,
pretty-
11 o'clock last night.
I did not get home till 11:30 midnight.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep.
it was a very long day. So we are a little tapped out.
But happy Mother's Day nonetheless. I'm
Yeah.
sure everyone will have a fun time. I mean, if you're watching this, maybe your mom's watching with you. If not, well, make sure you take care of your mom today.
If you're watching this and your mom's watching with you, you have a really cool mom.
That's true.
If not, maybe take her out to dinner.
Yep.
By then, this should be done. So
Absolutely.
you'll be safe. If your wife's watching with you, happy Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe take her out to dinner too. Let's see. It looks like Travis is still trying to figure out where he wants to go here. We are at 38 minutes left in this match, so we still have
plenty of time to do some hurt.
See where this is going to go. So far, we've only lost Wampa and one GYFO.
It was actually a pretty long first 30 minutes, though.
Oh, yeah.
Just 2 turns.
Yeah, considering how fast Travis
turns.
took out John Frank yesterday. I believe John Frank had 2 ships left by this time. So it looks like they're both really thinking about where they want to go and what they want to do and how their strategy is going to affect their game, because neither one of them wants to be outed at this point. Jimmy is undefeated, and Travis
is very meticulous on his maneuvers, so he wants to be very precise.
He wants to make sure that he's not going to be kicking himself about this match for the next 2 months.
Exactly. And the shuttle is moving forward. I'm not sure if that's going to be a bump or not.
I don't think he's going to fit.
It does kind of look like it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not going to fit.
Kind of looks like the shuttle's going to be too fat.
Yep.
The Space Cow cannot go places it wants to go.
Nope. This is surprising. But yeah, it's looking like he is going to bump. I wonder if that was his strategy all along.
So the question is, which ship does it bump? And it does look like it's going to be bumping that TIE fighter, not the FO.
Yep, right on that corner.
But don't worry, your sweet little heads. There's still time for that FO to bump into that shuttle.
But you were saying earlier about him using the Lambda as a blocker, and it looks like that's what he's decided he wants to do.
Yep. Forcing Travis to either consider that as being an option or suffer the consequences of lack of actions and lack of target opportunity.
Yep.
And the other thing that using your shuttle as a blocker does is prevent it from getting shot at.
Yes, which is definitely a goal to have. Which
means you're going to be able to trigger that Palpatine another turn.
Yep, and unless Travis decided to go fairly far.
It looks like he's going 2 straight.
I think that's 2.
He's trying to go that 2 straight.
It looks like he should make it.
He's trying to. Nope, he's bumping into that.
He's not going to pass?
Nope.
Oh,
they checked it, and the back right just barely clips the shuttle.
So yeah, he's not going to be able to complete that maneuver, which is going to block him. It's also going to mess up his formation too.
Oh yeah.
Which can be very frustrating because it can take a couple of turns to get everything back into sync. Especially with Howlrunner and what Howlrunner does.
So he did a soft 2 to clear the stress from the K-turn. And that's bumping him.
Well. Now, it will still clear the stress.
It's still clearing the stress.
But he can't complete the maneuver.
And it's not the most terrible thing in the world. That ship is still within range 1 of Howlrunner.
Oh, yeah. It'll get the reroll. But that you also have to assume, though, that Jimmy's going to move his Inquisitor and his Omega into range for Travis to even have anything to fire at. It looks like he is just everything is just going to be sitting right on top of that Lambda. Yep. That was very effective.
I guess one TIE fighter might actually make it through.
I don't think so.
Is what they're trying to see right now. I think the bips are actually going to prevent it from completing this maneuver.
I don't think he's going to make it. It's way too close.
Unless somehow it just magically fits dead in between there. Yep, so what we're going to do is we're going to flush up the shuttle here with where it was.
Yep. And slide it up there like that.
Ooh.
It looks like he might have made it. He completed that maneuver.
He does successfully have one TIE fighter that gets an action this turn.
Yeah. That must be very frustrating. That must be very frustrating. It takes a lot to keep all of your ships together in a proper maneuver so that you know exactly where you can put them, and then to have that just totally just obliterated by this one huge hulking ship right in your way.
Huge space cow who its sole purpose is to carry Palpatine.
And apparently block your way.
Yeah.
that seems to be a good goal for it too. And it looks
So
like he
we're
is
opting
going
to barrel
roll.
Yeah.
Probably just to clear that shuttle, and that way he doesn't have to worry about it next round.
And also to probably open up his maneuvers for the rest of his formation to try and follow suit.
That way that they're not all bumping into him again.
So, to Jimmy's downside, all but 2 of Travis's ships can actually shoot at the shuttle.
Correct, yes.
So he's not getting as much of a bump as possibly he would have wanted with a shuttle.
No,
but
the shuttle still has 2 shields and 5 hull. So that's still 7 hit points there. And if they are at range 1, he might decide that sacrificing the shuttle at this point is worth it.
Unfortunately, he does have 8 aces to possibly soften up that attack, because currently there's going to be 9 attack dice going against 3 agility. Overall, between the 3 attacks that can attack the shuttle. And the odds are not in that ship's favor.
No,
so he really needs to take off one of these ships.
At least 1 or 2. If he can get some really good shots, and you hope that Travis's dice really don't like him, then he might be able to take out 1 or 2 of these ships beforehand. I know there's one that's already hurting. It's only got 1 shield and 1 hull left, but the others seem to be okay. So, I don't know. I mean, he might get lucky.
Jimmy decided to target lock the FO that has not taken any damage yet.
Okay.
And then, of course, push the limit to focus, get some nice action economy there.
Yeah.
And then Omega Leaders doing a senior loop, probably just in case Travis did decide to scream forward with a 5 forward instead of the passive 2.
To try to get past that shuttle and just say, I need to get out of here.
Yep.
So, that makes sense.
And I'm not sure if Omega Leader, it looks relatively close, but Omega Leader might actually have an arc on that TIE fighter as well.
The one that's above the shuttle?
Yeah. The one that's kind of out of formation right now. If you could consider what the rest of those TIE swarm as being in formation. So Howl Runner, going into the shuttle. Yep. No actions, so just 2 hits, 1 dodge. Stripping the shuttle naked right now. Only 5 hull. And that's points for Travis, if nothing else.
Yeah, he's already received half points for that lambda. I'm sure he's not.
They're checking that arc right now. It is actually in arc at range 2. That is very unfortunate for that TIE fighter up there. And just rolling 2 natural hits. And that...
Did he just blank out?
He just blanked out.
Oh, no.
I mean... The Omega Leader,
standing.
The Omega Leader has juke still too, and that is a naked TIE fighter. So,
yep.
If he did get 1, he still would be taking the 2. So that's not that much of a loss for Travis. At least it wasn't a crit, so that the TIE fighter still has board presence.
Looks like we got
firing at that FO from long range.
Yep.
Spending the focus and the target lock to get 3 hits onto that FO.
trying to take that FO out.
1 evasion result, so he will be... Oh, he did target the damaged
Yes, he did. And
FO, which is enough to make him go bye-bye.
That's another ship that is going away. Let's release him with 4 ships, and that ship did not get to use its crack shot.
Did not use its crack shot, and that's 1 less ship attacking the shuttle.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It looks like Travis is attacking the shuttle.
Yep. Rerolling 1 because of Howl Runner.
Yep. And looks
getting
like
1
it's
hit
out.
result. Maybe that's a hit and crit.
2. I think it might be a hit and a crit. And he looks like he blanked out on the shuttle.
Deciding whether he wants to palp on defense.
Yeah. He might. I don't know. He might want to.
He may.
It depends on
he
how.
might actually be forced to do it.
Well, it depends on how many more ships he has.
Unfortunately, I did not hear what the critical effect was.
No, I did not either.
Maybe I'll put my head out. Hold on.
He's just stepping out for a moment to find out what that crit was.
Damaged engine.
Ah.
All hard turns are red. Fun fact: the only hard turn that is not red on a shuttle is a 3. So that's not much of a difference.
Doesn't really make much of a difference.
It makes the shuttle a shuttle still.
All right, that's good to know.
Actually, sorry, it doesn't have a hard 3. So
so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, good to know.
That FO is taking its shot on a range 2 Inquisitor. Getting a crit, rerolling with Hound Runner.
I can't
a
tell
dancing
you.
die.
Yeah.
It's not going back in the box, so just
I'm
a
going
crit.
to assume it's just a crit. Yep.
There's 1 evasion result, so that's
Alright.
enough.
Yeah, that Inquisitor is really, really difficult to take down. He's a very dodgy, evasive little ship.
Especially if you're firing at him at range 3 with auto thrusters that they're always going to have.
Auto thrusters plus that extra die.
So we have the shuttle firing range 1 into Howl Runner.
Looked like it had 2 hits, and it looks like he got
2
2
hits.
evades.
Howl Runner took
no.
1 point of damage.
Yeah, he did.
So it's not looking really good for Travis.
No, it's not. I'm really surprised that Travis has not been able to take out more than that 1 ship.
Travis, I guess we're going back to dials now.
Yeah, we're going back to maneuvers at this point. So they're
So we
going to
have
figure
Howl
out
Runner
where they're going to go.
We have Howl Runner and 2 hull. We have that lonely little Black Squadron out there with 1 hull left. And then we have 2 full TIE fighters.
I don't know.
Still going against a full palp, practically a full palp aceless.
Pretty much.
Because Wampa did his job of doing 2 points of damage through shields, inevitably leading to the demise of that FO that got picked off that last turn.
Yep, but he still has to deal with Omega Leader, the Inquisitor, and that Lambda's still out there. Granted, I think it's only got 3 hull
has
left.
3 hull left.
Yeah, but I mean, still, it can do some damage before he can get it to go down.
I'm watching Travis right now shaking his head. He's probably thinking to himself, I don't think I can win this. It's a very hard situation for him right now because he has that choice of, do I chase the shuttle? Or
do I ignore the shuttle and go after?
Do I try and take out one of these aces right now?
Yep.
Because I can kind of go forward like a 3 or 4 and possibly get a shot. Now this Inquisitor is just going to dance around these ships. So it's going to be difficult for Travis to actually land shots, especially this close to the Inquisitor.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Not to mention, he's only got those 2 dice, unless he gets within range 1.
Exactly.
He's only got those 2 dice to try and hit him with, and even if he hits on both dice, it's still not, the Inquisitor's still not going down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to take more than one hit for him to take out that Inquisitor.
Jimbo! Where's Jimbo? No, Jimmy Bo. Yup. Nice little shout outs in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Any other questions in the chat or anything
No,
like that?
not that I've seen yet. Tried to reconnect. I'll work on trying to get our chat interactiveness operational before our next matchup. So we apologize again for the not so interactive chat talking in this game, but we'll fix it. I promise.
Oh, I also know that right now GYFO's public store Wi-Fi is down.
Okay.
So Mark's probably going to have to put your phone on his inside network.
Okay.
And that way, that's what we had to do yesterday.
Yep.
Because the public one just does not want to run right now.
Oh. Well, after, Free Comic Book Day, it probably is going through a little bit of a therapy from all the abuse.
Oh my God. We had so many people here yesterday. It was so slammed. There were people everywhere all day long. It was insane. It's a lot quieter today.
It is a lot quieter today, especially with only 8 top finalists. And we do have some side tournaments being played right now.
We have some side events going on right now, yeah. But it seems that only half of our competitors from yesterday came back for said side events today.
Well, I mean, when you had 66 or 68 people who showed up for the tournament yesterday, that's a lot of people here.
Yeah, that is a lot of people. That's a lot of people. A lot of noise.
I do not know the Jammy Jams.
The what?
I do not know what the Jammy Jams are. I'm sorry. Jim Jams. Okay.
Looks like they're still
Travis is still trying to figure out where he wants to go, because he honestly has a hard decision right now.
He's got to figure out what he wants to do. He's got to figure out who he's going to go after.
And the Inquisitor has a hard time of choosing. Does it do a hard or soft one? That is Jim's
dilemma.
That is pretty much his sole dilemma at this point. Maybe if he wants to stop with the shuttle or not. Because if he does stop with the shuttle, which, yes, he is.
He's going to do a full stop?
Which could be really bad for
I don't think
Travis.
so. I think Travis would have anticipated that, because I think Travis is a good enough flyer that he would have anticipated, he's not going to go anywhere, because that would be in his best interest right now.
So obviously he's going to trigger him first so that he stays able to fire at the shuttle, which is really good for him. And going 2 straight over here, possibly to block some
is that Omega Leader that he's trying to block? Or
that's Omega Leader that he's trying to block right now. I'm not sure if it's going to do any blocking, because the Omega Leader probably is going to do a hard 2, which it's a close call if that would clear or not.
Yeah, that is a good question.
But we have the rest of the formation coming up behind that TIE fighter as well.
Yep. So he
Screeching
might,
3 past the shuttle, anticipating that stop action there.
Well, it in my opinion, it was really the only call that Jimmy could make for the shuttle.
Yeah.
You know,
you really don't want to move forward.
But
no.
yeah, it's much easier just to do the full stop and then make Travis have to force him to take those 3 straights
Absolutely.
or 4 straights to be able to get past him.
Hello, Snowski. So there's the inevitable hand gestures of Travis saying, "Hey, this is what's going on," all that good jazz.
Yep. Now I do know that Jimmy
Oh
Kelly...
no!
What just
Hell Runner
happened?
actually was not able to clear it.
Oh no! That is really bad for Hell Runner.
Yep. Hell Runner is out of formation of the rest of the squadron.
And very much behind his ships, yeah. And they are not going to get
really
that
doesn't have
extra.
any good shots on anything, of course.
Not really, no.
We're still waiting on what the Inquisitor and
Omega Leader
are going to do.
Yeah.
Opting to do it soft instead of hard, just in case Travis did turn in.
Oh, wait, that's not Hell Runner. That's Hell Runner.
No, that's Hell Runner.
No.
That was the ship that still can fire at the shuttle was the Force Pilot Skill tie that bumped purposely into the FO so it could stay in arc.
Yeah, but Hell Runner doesn't move at the same rate as the rest of his ships do.
Travis has initiative, so it moves before Jim's 8s.
Oh, okay. All right, so I was wrong. I apologize. I was going to say, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. But all right,
Inquisitor's having a shot right onto Hell Runner as well.
Oh, no. That is not good for
Fully
Travis.
decked out of pain and goodness. And an awesome block by Travis with Omega Leader.
Yep, he did a great job there.
It allowed his FO to have a nice shot at him this turn.
Yep, and of course that's a how do you like it? This is how it feels to be blocked. Turnabout is fair play.
And I'm not sure if Omega Leader will actually be able to rebuttal after this too.
No, but we've got 16 minutes left in this round.
As of right now,
so
Jim is winning.
As of right now, yeah, Jim is winning. I honestly do not know if Travis is going to be able to pull this out of the hat.
Travis will have to kill the aces in order to get a nice solid point lead.
Yeah.
But can you kill the aces while Palpatine's still on the board?
That is the question.
He's already 3 damage till dead.
Right. And it looks like we
have
one
the
hit.
Omega Leader going into the TIE Fighter, which looks like it just got deflected off, bounced off. It was range 2, barely.
Now
we have our Inquisitor firing into Hell Runner with all 3 hits.
Oh no!
2 dodged though.
So he would only be
he's only taking 1 point of damage.
Oh no, he took 2.
No, that's 1.
That was 1. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He has 2 on there now.
Oh, okay. So he's got 1 hull left. Oh, Hell Runner is.
But Hell Runner is still there.
Yes, he is. And it looks like he's going to definitely try to take his shot, seeing if he's an arc.
Oh, sorry. The first attack was Hell Runner onto the Inquisitor. Now we're looking at what actually the Omega Leader has arc on.
And
I just see a focus and a crit.
Yep, focus and a crit.
Deciding whether he wants to palp this.
Possibly, because I don't think he bumped, so he shouldn't have.
Yep.
Yeah, he decided to palp it. Okay.
He's palping for 2 crits and 2 dodge.
Excellent.
That was at Hell Runner. It looked like from range 3
so
downtown.
Runner stays alive for 1 more
Oh
round.
no!
Wait, no, he's supposed to stay alive.
Yes, juke. Sorry.
Oh, he juked it?
Because Omega Leader has juke, because he has the evasion token, he can turn one of the dodge results into a focus result. And because Hell Runner bumped, he didn't get that action.
Focus, so he was
Ouch,
not able
Hell
to
Runner's
change it
gone.
back. Oh, poor Travis. I don't think Travis can be able to come back from this.
We got the range 1 into Omega. And getting 2 hits, 2 dodge.
Okay.
Oh, but he's contemplating spending the evasion token because he's gonna crack shot it.
Yeah,
He's
gonna
like, well,
crack shot, so-
I'll make you spend it.
Yep, he crack shot it and made him spend it anyway.
So-
well, I mean, honestly, that's what I'd be
There's-
doing, considering he just lost 2 ships that both still had crack shot on them.
That's true. He only
And
has
he did
one
not-
other crack shot on
Yeah.
the board right now.
Yeah, that he was not able to actually use, so he's like, you know what? I might
Only
as well.
one hit on the shuttle out of 3 attack dice.
Wow.
That's where Hellrunner was gonna really pay off for Travis,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
unfortunately, just didn't happen.
Nope. But I think the shuttle has, 2 hull left now?
Has 2 hull left.
But the Inquisitor's still standing, Omega
But-
Leader's still standing.
I mean, the only ship that is missing from Jim's list is the Wampa, which did its job, and he's doing work on this TIE swarm right now.
Mm-hmm.
With a limping TIE fighter with only 1 hull left, the one that bumped into Omega Leader, the FO at full health, and another TIE fighter that's at full health with crack shot.
Yep.
But
he's, I mean,
I think,
Jimmy still has the Lambda on the board.
yep,
He still has the Inquisitor on the board, and he still has Omega Leader on the board. And I don't know if Travis is going to be able to take them down fast enough before he gets himself blown up. I really don't. We've got 12 minutes remaining in this round, and I don't know if he can pull it out.
so the shuttle's going to have to do the soft one to the left, and which will kind of open up the opportunity for the TIE fighter to go after it, but that Inquisitor is going to be right on your butt.
Yep. At this point, in all honesty, I think what Jimmy might do is focus all of his firepower on one TIE fighter at a time.
Yep, that's all
And
he
then
has to
just
do.
whittle it down. And that just makes the most sense to me. That's what I would do at this point.
He may send the juking Omega Leader after the 1 whole ship.
Yep, that would make sense.
So
'Cause
you
all he
may
needs
see the
is-
Senior Loop,
Yeah, all he
From,
needs is to prevent 1 evade.
and he has juke
Yes,
as well.
but you
But
might
most
you want
likely
to
that's
send
gonna
you want to send two after that TIE fighter, because even if Omega Leader, because chances are that TIE's going to have a focus.
Yeah.
So if Omega Leader goes after him and says, he goes ahead and rolls an evade, and you turn this to a focus. All he has to do is spend that focus to get
Exactly.
the evade back. So what he needs to do is he needs to attack first.
10 minutes?
10 minutes? All right, yeah, we just hit the 10-minute mark. He needs to attack that TIE fighter first with Inquisitor, since I believe the Inquisitor.
And then popping that focus so that the
Then
juke
pop
can
it.
take
Yep,
the
and
effect.
then go after it with Omega, and then juke it. Because that chance of him being able to get that focus is...
I mean,
If
with
he
him
jukes it, it doesn't
moving,
matter.
moving first, he's gonna get that focus because there's really
Yeah.
no other action to take.
Pretty much not with
Not
TIE
with
fighters,
juke
no.
on the board.
No. So how are we doing, Holly?
Marcus Morton defeated Gage Middleton
Oh, sweet.
to advance. And we still have Reed and Kyle Eggers are still playing.
Okay.
And it's nasty.
That's the
That's U-boat on
Jumpmaster
U-boat?
versus Jumpmaster list?
No, the Marcus and Gage were Jumpmaster versus Jumpmaster.
okay.
Okay.
Reed has Jumpmasters. I can't tell what Kyle is flying.
No.
I have no idea what that list is. I've never seen it
Oh,
before.
was it the Stress Hog with the other...
I think
Is
maybe
it a Rebel?
Scum.
Yeah, it's Rebel.
Oh my
Oh, wait,
gosh,
so we
we
do
do
have
have
one
one
Rebel
Rebel.
list.
I think it's Rebel. I'll have to double check. I'm sleepy.
Yeah,
but
but
it's,
we're sitting here and I'm like, I'm so sorry if we sound like we're falling asleep. We had a really long day.
but it's nasty. I mean, they
Is it?
are.
Going
Duking
at
it
it.
out.
Yeah,
Very
they're
cool,
going
very
at it, but they did some beautiful flying because I saw how they were all clustered. They were clustered very similar to the way Jimmy and Travis were, and both of them managed to just beautifully fly their ships out of it and be able to get to a point where they can actually attack each other again.
Oh, that's
I was
cool.
really
That's
impressed by
cool.
that.
Yeah, I believe the people in chat were wondering, what is our, if you know, what is our faction ratio at this point with the top 8?
Oh, it's pretty much all scum.
It's pretty much all scum? Okay.
So what,
Yeah.
we had like...
So, let's see, we had Jumpmaster Advanced, we had Scum Advanced, and Scum Advanced so far.
Okay,
So
and
2
then
Scum Advanced.
this is
And
2
then
Rebel,
an
or 2
Imperial.
Imperial.
Yeah.
So 1 where we'll have at least 1 Imperialist that advances.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we did have to stop one of the stop the matches. Because they were using. We found after Marcus's finished his match, and he was looking at his top 8 dice, and he found that one of his evades was not painted in.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then we were looking at the TO dice, and we found that it had an extra hit stamped that was not painted in. But it's an extra hit, so
Right,
they were
right.
cast wrong. And
Oh, wow.
Reed was using his top 8 dice, so we had to stop and check and make sure that they were correct, and they were.
Right.
So that was a little bit of a heart attack.
Like a
Like
hiccup.
everybody, cease
Hold on.
using the dice for a second.
Stop.
Just make sure that they're all correct. So we checked them all. So as far as we can tell, everything's right.
Okay. Yeah, they do. The manufacturer does make some mistakes.
Yeah.
That can happen. I had
So anybody out there
red die.
listening that has the top 8 dice, please check them before
double
you
check
use them.
them. I had a red die that was actually just from the package. It was in one of the booster pack, the starter packs, and it had the hit dice the hit stamps weren't painted in at all.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so when I was rolling it and everything, I was playing Chris Choco, as a matter of fact. And he was like, whoa, stop. Because I looked down and went, oh, they're all blanks. He's like, no, that was a hit. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. There was no white.
Yeah.
And he looked at it, he says, it's not painted in. So his girlfriend, Jess, actually painted it in for me.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I'm checking all of my dice.
Yeah. And
it happens, you never know.
that's why we wanted to check and make sure that they weren't using them. We came and we checked the top table. They weren't
Okay.
using them. We were like, okay, good. We didn't want anybody to come back and realize that they didn't have it, and if it were me, I would do it.
change the
It
entire
could change
Yes,
things,
it
and
could.
also
Yes,
it would
it
just
could.
make you feel a little sick.
Oh yeah. What happened? What could have been different?
Oh man.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
gonna be nasty. It's gonna go. I think it'll go to time.
I think so too. I mean, we've got
Most likely.
6 minutes right now on the timer here.
If it does go to time, I mean, Jim has this in the bag.
Oh yeah,
so.
he does. He's definitely totally just messed with Travis's formation, and Travis has 3 ships left. I think the only thing Travis has taken out at this point is Wampa.
And the biggest downside right now is Travis can only fire with one of his ships this turn.
Why? What's going on?
He flew one of his wounded TIE fighter all the way off to the north end of the field.
Okay.
And his FO is facing the wrong direction.
Oh no.
And
we have shots
got-
fired. Looks
looks
like it's
like
2
he's
hits. He's debating on whether or not he's going to
on
pout.
the focus. Debating on the focus.
Debating on the focus.
and
Okay. It looks like he chose to do the focus.
I believe it's 2 evasion results.
So it
Oh,
looks like-
you know what? This is he's firing with the juke ship first.
Oh, okay.
So he made him spend that
Made him spend that focus. Yep.
So he didn't have it for attack.
No, but now he is.
We're gonna fire with the Inquisitor target
Oh, yeah.
lock, but focus for 2.
Yep. 2 hits. And we have.
2 dodge.
Yep, 2 dodge.
I mean,
Alright.
it may have been 2 on 1 here, but the one ship survived without scratching the paint.
Yep.
And
Now it's his
range
turn.
3 rebuttal with 2 results.
Looks like 2 blank.
I'm not sure if that's blanking out with a crack shot,
And
taking a crit.
Taking a hit.
Yeah, a crit,
Oh,
but
okay.
the crit is to receive a stress.
Okay, so he got his stress, flipped the card over. That was on Omega?
Omega leader.
That was on Omega. Okay. All right. Well, Travis is trying. I mean, he's fighting
Yeah.
as hard as he can at this point.
You can't
You can't quit.
you can't deny
you can't
that he is definitely trying.
Yeah. I mean, you can't just walk away because you never know what could happen. Are we gonna get her to talk at all?
No? My wife's in the studio.
She's in the room with us. She's helping us keep an eye on the chat. But she's very mic shy. Oh, they're not? That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right. We understand.
We do have 41 people watching, so
it's been a long
nice.
weekend. We do. Wow, that is awesome. Thank you so much for watching us. We are so sorry for boring you. We're trying not to put you all to sleep here. Okay, so looks like the Lambda's gonna move. Yeah, he's gonna move. Okay.
He's gonna move so that
looks like he's doing a 3
he has to kind of commit to try and killing the shuttle.
Yeah, he's trying to bait him, have him follow the shuttle so he can come up from behind and take him out. Yeah.
Rather than just kind of having it be there. The FO looks like it's turning into the shuttle though, so might as well trying to get those
trying to
points.
get full points because the shuttle still has what, only 2 hull left.
Only 2 hull left.
And I don't think he has the time. Yeah, we are at 2 minutes and 30 seconds right now.
This is probably going to be the last round.
I do not think he's got the time to try and whittle down Omega or the Inquisitor.
Unfortunately.
So trying to go after that shuttle. Now, if he takes out that shuttle, the question is that going to be enough points with the shuttle
doing a
and Wampa to be able to defeat Jimmy?
And
points-wise.
My gut instinct is to say no.
That's what I was thinking too, because I mean the shuttle. I think his shuttle's only 29 points, if I remember from yesterday. But oh wow, brain fart. Travis is only flying six ties.
Yep.
So those ties, if he's doing the 4, then they're worth maybe 17 points apiece.
I think they are
14 points apiece, something like that.
16 maybe.
So they're not exactly the most expensive ships either.
Mm-mm.
Now he did take out Hellrunner, but I think Hellrunner's only worth 18 points, and that's without crack shot. I think so. I don't know. This could be pretty. It's going to come down to points. It could be pretty close.
Jim is doing the right maneuver and just negating shots on his aces because he's not going to get a shot himself.
Okay.
Let's see where the Inquisitor is going.
What is he doing?
Rd1 in.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Lining up against that one TIE fighter right
Probably
there, which doesn't have any actions. It's not the wounded one, but still, in theory, could kill it with Inquisitor rolling 3 attack dice.
But I mean, maybe this could be his last-ditch effort to take out what he can before the round ends.
Yeah,
because we are at 33 seconds right now. This
so definitely going to be the last round here.
Oh yeah, most definitely. They'll finish out the combat, and then at that point it'll be called. But this has been a pretty decent match so far.
Trying to get into range 3, so that it's harder for him to kill the Inquisitor. Inquisitor going in, target locking, only picking up 2 hits. Blanking out, so almost dead, but not dead.
Not dead?
No.
Smoking. Definitely smoking.
So can
he
the
take
FO
out that
take out the shuttle?
Can he finally take out that shuttle?
I'm fairly certain that's range 2 there.
I think so too, yeah. Pretty sure that's a 2. Alright, so let's see what we got.
Rolling dice with a target lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, range 2.
Yeah. Alright. And we have 1 hit and a blank. Oh, a crit and a blank, okay. And I cannot it went under there, I can't figure out what it is.
It missed the
he missed the Lambda? Oh no.
It looked like it was just one result, which he palped.
Yep. That makes sense. All right.
Long
One
shot
hit.
from Oblivion with only one hit and 3 or more evasion
yeah,
results.
3 or more. Yeah, no, that wasn't going through. There was no way that wasn't going through. And then we've got one hit. And
Blanking out, but
still
the evade token from the Inquisitor
still, which is and there's game.
makes it so that Jimmy has this game.
I believe so. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Pretty sure Jimmy is going
Points
to
go
advance.
to Jimmy there.
Yep.
Good game, Travis and Jimmy.
Yeah, that was a really good game.
But
Jimmy remains undefeated.
he is still undefeated. He's
Yep.
the first seed and still going into a strong.
Now, we are
running.
not taking 10-minute breaks in between matches at this point. We're going to give the players as much time as they need to get themselves set up and comfortable. So we are going to suspend the stream right now. We will be back as soon as our next match starts. So stay with us.